Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got 5 more super cool knives that you should definitely be aware of. I think most of this stuff is available. I will try to link everything that I can down in the description so you guys can check it out if you want to. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks so much to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. The first one I want to show here is an absolute doozy, and that's the Kunmu Pulsar XL. This is a big, super high quality knife. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I love Kunmu. This big boy is 8.75 inches with a 3.85 inch blade. It's the Pulsar. Did I say Pulsar? I hope I said Pulsar. The Pulsar XL. I'm sorry, it's the Pulsar, but it's an XL version of it, so it's nice and big. If you like bigger knives, or I would say, if you like the ergonomics of the original Pulsar, and you're like, gosh, I wish it was bigger, here you go. Diamond textured tie, you can get it in orange peel textured tie. They had a DLC one. I know you guys get mad at me when the DLC ones are not available. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about the stock, but you should definitely go and check, because when I checked, this was available in a few different configurations, and it is awesome. LMAX steel that has been properly heat treated. My God, is this thing slicey. Ambidextrous, right? We have a multi-position pocket clip. Just an absolute dream. If you've never handled something from Kunmu and you've been tempted, this might be the one. If not, check out the other stuff they have on their website, because it's all excellent. Great price on this. I think they start at like $200, $210 for the carbon fiber of the G-Mascus, and maybe $250 or so for something like this. In my opinion, Kunmu knives, well worth it. You should absolutely check them out. Moving on here, one that was actually designed by one of our fellow knife content creators. That's Advanced Knife Bro. This is the Stump Lifter slip joint. I almost never cover knives like this on this channel, but I'll tell you why I'm covering this. Number one, because I like Advanced Knife Bro. He's super cool. Number two, this is awesome. This is actually an awesome slip joint. It has so many cool modern elements, and the walk and talk, I guess, is what you call. Look at that. It's almost like it was designed by somebody who knows what they're doing. QSP is the OEM for this knife, and they did an excellent job. We have a 154 cm hollow ground blade. This might actually be one of the sliciest knives I have ever shown on this channel. Oh God, ugh. It's actually kind of intimidating how sharp that knife is. It's so cool. They come in the green bone, the blue bone, the yellow bone. I think maybe some of them are sold out. I don't know. But if you have an opportunity to check this knife out, I think it's about 120 bucks, which I think, given the quality and materials and just the attention paid to the design. I don't like slip joints, but I like this. And I think the fact that this is just a blade and a bottle opener, I mean, it's a can opener, bottle opener, flathead, okay, but you don't have a lot of tools, but you also have a lot of tools, right? This is super cool, and I mean it. I really think this is awesome. You guys have not actually seen me unbox this yet. You will, I think, actually this afternoon. How do you do that? Are you a time traveler? No, it's because my content's pre-recorded and I just scheduled this video before that one. So, but yeah, check this out for sure. The next knife that I want to talk about and share with you guys, I can't actually share with you guys. So, I'd like to present to you, which is a super duper cool knife. I can't actually show it to you or talk about because, you know, it's hobgoblins and Morgan Freeman and geese all flying all over the place. It's a gigantic problem. But anyways, you will definitely get more information about that knife when it is actually available. I can't wait to share it with you. That doesn't count as one of the knives on this list. I still have 3 more. The next one I want to share with you guys is the Civivi Storm Howl. Holy crap. Number one, that's a pretty epic name. If I saw that on paper, I'd be like, dude, if you're going to call your knife the Storm Howl, it had better be epic. Good Lord, look at this. So, this is actually San Mai, and we have a heavy edge and then polished. This is pretty cool. I think it's actually a 9CR, 10CR combination, which means it's not just pretty to look at, it'll actually perform. Now, if you go and look at the link in the description, it's probably sold out, this exact version, but they do have the standard version of the Stormhowl, I think, that's just a little bit less complicated. Part of the reason I wanted to show you this knife is because the actual knife is a very good design and it's not an expensive knife. I love the texturing on the aluminum. I hope that's an indication that Civivi is willing to do more texturing on aluminum. I think everybody, well, lots of people would like that. And number two, I also wanted to show exactly how high quality this Civivi San Mai looks in person. If you remember some of the old Damascus that Civivi was putting out in the early days, boy, that was super poo-poo town. That stuff did not look good. I hated it. Sorry, Civivi. Thanks for sending me all the free knives. I really hated your guys' early Damascus. But this looks awesome, and it's super slicey. And I think the standard version is either in Nitro V or 14C28N, which is a win considering the price. This is a nice button lock. Kind of a generic button lock design outside of this wackadoodle San Mai version, but a good design anyway. If you can get your hands on the Damascus or the San Mai version, or maybe a San Mai, a newer San Mai version of some other Civivi knife, this is what this stuff looks like. It's really awesome. I like this. I think it's really cool that we're getting knives that look like almost like multi-$1,000 knives for right around $100 these days. Obviously, you know, made out of materials that would be more in this territory, but it's a cool look, right? Moving on here, here's another relatively inexpensive knife that's really tiny. I just got this one the other day. So this is the bestc Cricket. It's not actually sharp on both sides, and I think that's probably an okay move, right? Considering the blade is fairly close to the outside of the handle. But it's it's just like a button-operated button lock. Of course it is. But we don't have any other deployment mechanism other than the button. Does that technically make it a gravity knife? I think so, all right? Especially if the officer who's questioning you wants it to be a gravity knife, right? That might happen that way. So just be cognizant of it. But we do have 14C28N, a really, really cool sort of false dagger ground blade. So this was partially designed by an 8-year-old little girl, the daughter of, I believe, the owner of bestc Knives. She really likes insects, and she really likes designing things. I think maybe specifically she wants to be a knife designer, which is really cool. I love that story. I also, you know, with the recent acquisition of the Reich Cicada, I found that I like these little symmetrical designs. I think they're really cool, especially the blade being housed entirely inside of the handle, and the fact that it has sort of like a little bug body. It really does look like a little cricket, right? The pocket clip looks titanium, but it's actually steel. It works really well, and honestly, this is just like a fun... I mean, you could EDC it, absolutely, but it also makes for a really good like desktop letter opener, or just an extra little tiny knife to keep in your vehicle. It works really well. It's made out of good materials. The quality of it's really nice, and the price is also pretty low, especially compared to the other stuff on this list. I really like this little cricket. I think you guys should check it out, especially if you like... I don't like little knives, but I love symmetry, and there's something about these types of little knives specifically that I think are really, really neat. So I wanted to have you guys check that out. And then finally, you should still be able to get this. The last knife on the list, this is the Jim Skelton and Tuya Scaphoid Folder. Beautiful titanium with carbon fiber inlays. Super Jim Skelton-y aggressive tanto blade. Hollow ground and then flat out at the tip. And then this guy is in, I think it says right there on the blade, S90V. Definitely the most expensive knife on this list, but arguably the most premium. Flips like an absolute dream. And it is so, this is so Jim Skelton-y. Look at this little area back here that's meant for your pinky to lock in so you're not slipping off the edge. That is I don't know why I'm like, of course. That's such a Jim Skelton thing to do. The only critique I have of this knife is that the flipper tab is shaped in a way that it kind of digs into your finger while you're holding it, but there's so much cool factor here with this knife, and the knife is so well made. It's based off of his Scaphoid fixed blade, which is really, really neat. You should at least go check this out and anything else that he's got available on his website, but I thought this was really, really cool. I just received it the other day, and I've really, really been enjoying it. That's going to be pretty much it today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, the links for these knives, anything that is available, will be down in the description. Hopefully you found something that you were interested in today. And if not, check out one of my other 4,000 uploads covering almost exclusively knives. Sorted into playlists, too. If you didn't know, check those out. Thanks so much for watching. Please Make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.